I was born in Torrance in 1978. Moved to Wilmington, and that's pretty much where we grew up, in Culver City. Went to school out there and just lived the normal, non-Christian life, you know? Just was into skateboarding. That's pretty much all I was into, was skateboarding since I was 6 years old. And then art came into pretty young age. But yeah, grew up in LA up until high school and just skateboarded. That was it. I never did anything bad, like in the eyes of the world. I never partied, I never drank, never smoked, no drugs, just wanted to skateboard. And then when I was at home, I just wanted to draw. Because all the skaters, that's what they did, you know? They drugs and alcohol and partying, you know? But come weekends, I just wanted to skate. I was gone from morning till night just skateboarding, and met my best friend, Christopher, maybe like 15 years ago, maybe a little bit more. He was a tattoo artist at one of my friend's shops. We would always talk about God on like another level. You know, it wasn't like anywhere else where I would talk about God with other people. It was just like this guy wanted to take God seriously, and I never seen that before. And so we would, you know, like the shop would close and we'd hang out, talk about God. And it was rad because he had a pretty crazy life and pretty crazy relationship with Jesus. So I got to learn a lot from him. Around that same time, we started going to Calvary Chapel Tustin for about 12 years, and I got involved with the youth group, and that was my second best friend, which was Bryce. He was the youth pastor. Pretty much just Bryce and Chris. Yeah, because at that time, I was working for Mercedes. I quit about 5 years ago, and I was there for 10 years. So yeah, right about the same time is when I started working for Mercedes. That was just an amazing job. I worked on cars. I love working on cars. I've been working on cars since I was a little kid, you know. Built my first car in 8th grade.
That one, right?
The Bug, yeah. Built that in 8th grade, finished in my senior year. That was my first car. And then just been working on cars and bikes since then. So that became my job, and it was cool. Worked on cars, got paid pretty well, and had my Thursday nights, the high school kids. That was my family. It was cool, you know, it was good. It was totally just what I thought was normal. You know, at that time, it was just normal. It felt normal. And then about 8 years ago, God totally just changed all of that. I remember the night when I was baptized by the Holy Spirit. And ever since that night, like God just changed everything. It wasn't so gnarly at first, but he changed everything from that night. I don't know how to explain. Knowing who I am in him is bringing more freedom. Knowing that love, but more than that, just the power that's in me because he's in me, that he is always praying for me. He is always encouraging me. He is always speaking to me. He is always protecting me, holding me. And this stuff, I've known it and I've said it in the past and it was just words, but he's making it reality. And the more that I see who I am and who he is, the more freedom it's bringing me, because I don't get my acceptance from people. I get my acceptance from Jesus. So I have freedom to be who he wants me to be, because I don't care what these people think about me. I just care what God thinks about me. Now, a lot of people know it, but Jesus paid a price so that we could walk in this freedom.
You said freedom, it makes it not matter what others think of you, but what really matters is the way that God thinks of you. So what does God think of you?
Oh man, God loves me. God loves me so much, dude. I can't even explain the love that he has for me, because there's no way I could sacrifice one of my kids for somebody else, and he did that for me. Whew. That's who we are. That's who we are. We are so loved. We gotta stop believing the lies that are holding us in bondage, because God sent his son because he loves us. We are so loved. We are so accepted. We are chosen. We are free. We are free. There is freedom from everything because he died for it. The price is paid.